What is straight-through cables? What are crossover tables? What are their differences?
The straight-through cable is an Ethernet cable that has the same wire order at each end, and it's used to connect different devices like PC to router, while the crossover cable is an Ethernet cable that has different wire order at each end. So it's used to connect same devices, like for example, PC to PC or switch to switch. So now I'm gonna show you the materials and the procedure to make an Ethernet cable.
LAN tester. Used for RJ11, RJ45, RJ12, and BNC. With the remote unit, this ergonomic tester is designed to test most network cable wirings. You can either conduct an auto or manual test.
Unshielded twisted pair cable. The cheapest cable used in computer in networking is the UTP, unshielded twisted pair cable. Others use the STP, shielded twisted pair cable, which is cost much than UTP but more reliable.
Crimper or crimping tool is used to join the RJ45 and RJ11 connectors to the both ends of either phone or Cat5 cable.
Wire stripper, a tool designed to remove the protective covering, jacket, of a cable to expose the inner wires. Because different wires comes in different shapes, there are dozens of different wire strippers available.
Registered jack or RJ45. A registered jack is a standardized telecommunication network interface for connecting voice and data equipment to a service provided by a local exchange carrier or a long-distance carrier.
Now, let's go to the process of making straight-through cable. And to do that, we're going to need the cable and the wire stripper. Dominic, can you help us strip the wires?
Of course, Andre, I'm willing to help you strip this wire. With this step, let's now go on to the next one. Printing.
And now, let us untwist and straighten this wire. Now that we have straightened these wires out, Onato will now arrange the wires and crimp it in the RJ45.
Thank you, Braynan. So let's arrange the color of the cable wires into the color coding of straight-through cable. After arranging the wires, let's now cut it into shorter version and put it into the RJ45 and then crimp.
Now for the crossover, we can simply repeat the process of the first few steps and last steps, as the main difference is the wire arrangement.
We finished making the straight through and crossover cable. Now, let's give it to Jayan to test it.
Thank you, Derek, for the two cables. Now, let's test both. First, the straight through cable. Nice. Next up, the crossover cable. There we go.
But why is a straight through and crossover cable needed? A straight through cable is needed because it allows different network devices like computer, router, or switch to communicate properly. These devices are designed to send and receive signals on opposite pins, so the wiring must match on both ends. Without a straight through cable, most basic network connections wouldn't work. It's the standard cable used in almost all home and school networks. Now, let's proceed to crossover cable. A crossover cable is needed when you want to connect two similar devices directly, such as PC to PC, switch to switch. So these devices send signals to the same pins, so a normal straight-through cable won't work. The crossover cable swaps the transmits and receive lines, letting the device communicate without a switch or router. It's important for testing, direct data transfer, and small setups.
So, I hope you learned something about the straight-through cable and crossover cable. So,